team development in Power App, especially in the Canvas application. It is the topic where the Power was actually lagging. Hi everyone, this is Prashant Chaudhary. I welcome you all to my channel Classic Power. In this video, I will be discussing about this feature in detail. Now, Power has added GitHub integration. It can be used in order to make the team development of an application. Let's say if any developer has already opened the application, if another developer try to open the application, a dialog box appears on the screen which restrict the other developers to make some modification. Now this problem has resolved by the Microsoft by using the GitHub integration. How we can actually do this, I'm just explaining you from this video itself. So let me just navigate you to my platform. Yes. So in order to complete that thing, as I already mentioned, that this is possible using the GitHub integrations. Okay. So in order to do that, you need to create one GitHub account, either a repository and the directory and the branches. Okay. So let me just open my GitHub account. So here is my GitHub account, and here you need to create the repositories first. Okay. So in order to create the repositories, I have already created the repository. So I can just tell you how you can actually create the repository. You need to just go to this plus and new repository and give it a good name. Let's say testing repo, and make it as private so that no one would be able to access this. And I'm not making anything here, and simply create the repository. Once my repository has created, here I can see the branches. Okay, so now if I come to here, so here is my repository URL that I really need after when I try to integrate my Power with this repository account. Okay, and the other stuffs. Okay, so now I'm just navigating to my application. Okay, so here is my Power Platform main, and here I'll just create the new application. Okay, so let's example we create the one application as canvas type and make it as name as version control. Okay, please ignore the spellings. And now I'll simply create the application. Here when that application would be created, please remember that I have signed in from my Prashant Chaudhary account. Okay, from Prashant Chaudhary account. Now you need to just navigate to the settings, and here there is upcoming features. Just go inside it, and here you can insert in the experimental section the Git. So there is a feature that is in the experimental stage that show the Git version control setting. You need to just enable this. Once you enable this, you can see that Git version control section would be there. You need to just click on it, and there it will ask you to connect with your Git repositories. Okay, so just click on this connect, and here you need to pass some values, that your Git repository URL, the branch, and the directory name. Okay, so let me just navigate to my GitHub account. So here is my GitHub account. Okay, so for this video I have already created one repository. I'm just going to use that one only. Okay, so I have two repositories. I'll use this one only, Prashant first repository. Okay, so here we have the branches. Okay, and yeah, so from here we can actually change our branch. So I'm going to use the main, because the Power App would actually connect with the main branch only. Okay, and inside that, whatever any type of folder you will get, these folder are the actually the directories. Okay, so in order to do that, you need to just have the repository URL. Okay, so let's copy the URL first. So in the repository, you need to just go to this code section, and then simply there is a repository URL. Just copy it and paste it. Okay, so it would end with .git. You need to just remove this the .git. Okay. Okay. Now here you need to write the branch. So I'm going to use the main branch. So just write main and the directory name. So here I'll use directory. Let's use an new app. I have used ASPPP. Okay, so I'll use ASPPP. I've used AS triple P. Okay, so here I have only ASP and ASPP. Okay, so here I'm using ASPP. This is would be the new directory. Okay, if I click on this apply, now it'll ask your username and the password. And this password is something that you need to create. So from where you can actually create, just go to your GitHub account, and here if you open your profile, this is your this Prashant Chaudhary, this is your username, and in order to create the password you need to just go to the settings, and in the settings you have the developer settings. In the developer settings you need to create the personal access token. As I have already created the token, you need to just create it. If you don't have, you can just create it from the generating token. Okay, so I have already created. If you just proceed with that thing, that form would be somewhere like this. You need to just write the password, your GitHub password, and here the note and the expiration of your token. And here you need to just click the repo, and you can make this fill unfilled only, and simply generate the token. I have already created the token, so I'm not going to create for this thing. Okay, so I'm using that thing on that token itself. This is my token, and now I simply try to connect this. Well, I have already created the token, so let me just copy paste my token. So this is my token, and paste it and sign in. It says that that actor was not found in your branch. Please verify and try again if you don't. If you want to create the new user story, save this app and try again. If you want the new directory to be created, see, as we have already seen in the GitHub account that there is no repository. So in order to create one, we need to just save it. Okay, save this application. So let's save the application first. Let's say insert one button, something. Okay, button one, and now save the application without doing anything. Just go inside it, and version control, and then save. Now when your application gets saved, okay, so now you can try now. Get version control, connect, and pass the URL. I have already written on my URL all this stuff here in my notepad. Okay, this is my repository URL. Branch is my main. Directory name is my ASPPP. See, I have three P's. This would be my folder I'm using. Okay, and here I'll simply need to pass my get token, okay, and sign in. So it said that directory was not found in your branch. If I open my GitHub account, here you can see that I really don't have any type of directory. Okay, let me just show you that thing as well. My Prashant demo repository, in my main directory, I have only ASP and ASPP. Okay, and there is one more, that is new app. And what I am actually trying, ASPPP, triple P I'm just trying. Okay, so that's why it is saying that this directory was not found in your branch. Would you like to create the new one? So we said, okay, yes, create this. So we click the click. Now, one directory would be created, okay, with the name of AS triple P. Okay, and here you can see this icon, this reload icon. This proves that your application is connected to the GitHub account. Okay, so now just close this, and if you come to the GitHub account, and here if you try to refresh this, you can see we have now ASPPP, that third one. Okay, it is created like 27 seconds ago. Okay, now let's say this button has created by Prashant. This, and make it as a good color. Let's say red color. That one. It is also looking good. Okay, now I'm simply saving this application, publish this version, and now I simply close the application. Simple. Closing this tab so that my application would be saved. And now I again open it, powerup.com, sign in. Okay, so here you can see I have the version control. Now I'll just share this application with my another user. So I have one more user whose name is dev user. Okay, dev class A, and I make him the co-owner of this application so that he would be able to open this application in the edit mode. Okay, so share this. Once that application have shared with the dev user, now I'll come to my simply minimize the screen and open my dev, that one. Yes. Okay, so if I try to see, this browser has logged in from my dev user. Okay, so here I'll come to my apps and see, I can see the version control. Okay, let's, now I have two browser on my screen. Okay, expand this one, this is for my dev. Now I'll try to open this application from the in the edit mode. Okay, as the application is already closed from the Prashant Chaudhary's browser, so it would open without making any problem. Okay, so it asks you, because that application is already connected to the repository, so it asks the repository's credentials. Okay, so I'll just simply pass my repository credentials here, control C, and my username is the same, and password I need to just wait and sign in. Okay, so my application has opened, and now on the same time, is this okay? This is for my dev and this is for my Prashant. I simply refresh this and escape. I can see that one button is there, so I'll go with my here and open that version control in the edit mode. So that application is already opened on the dev side, and now I'm just trying that application to be open on the Prashant side as well. Okay, so I'll just pass the credentials, my GitHub credentials, and simply sign in. Okay, so yes, so here you can see I have the same application open in the edit mode in two different tabs which are logged in from the different credentials. Means two different users are actually opening this application. Now I'll simply try to make some modifications. Let's say dev user add one button. Okay, it's just too small. Okay, and make it as button by from dev. Okay, now there is a that button, that refresh button. If the user click on this refresh button, that updated version would go to the GitHub, and on the Prashant side, if Prashant would try to refresh this version, he can see the latest changes. See the button he can see here. If you try to delete the first one, if Prashant is deleting the first one and he refresh this, the same thing if the dev user try to do his at his end, you can see that the button has deleted now. Okay, so that's how everyone it would be used in order to make the development in a teamwork. Okay, that's how the complete team can be utilized to develop your application. If your application is too long and the single developer can't develop the application, okay, so that's how we can actually use the GitHub integration. Okay, that GitHub, you can use either the GitHub or you can use the Azure DevOps Git repositories for this thing, but I believe Git would be easier to configure. That's why I've used this thing. Okay, if you have any queries, please write to me. I'll definitely revert you, or you can contact to my LinkedIn as well. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any queries, please contact me. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.